disappeared. Are you okay?
I went over this months ago in Phoenix, TF-29's North America Division. Everything should be there in that report.
The report has a few areas that aren't clear. The operational details are there, but there's not a lot about your personal interactions with Agent Hector Guerrero. Specifically, what happened to him.
Is this a witch hunt, Doctor? Because I feel like I've been under the microscope since London.
Adam, this interview has nothing to do with that. We're just trying to clarify what happened in Arizona 9 months ago. Just relax. Tell me what happened, what you remember about that mission one more time, and we can put this to bed.
You want me to tell you a story? Okay. Well, let's get this over with.
I'm listening.
It was my first undercover mission for TF-29. They had me undercover as an inmate inside an ARB-only supermax known as the Penthouse.
Penthouse approach. Phoenix Flight Control requesting handoff of automated transport. How copy?
Reading your 5, Phoenix. Onboard AP is disengaged. Handoff complete. Tower has control.
Copy that. Have a better one.
We'd received intel suggesting terror attacks on several pro-ARB groups in the U.S. If it proved out, the loss of life would have been staggering. Agent Guerrero was the only one who could confirm if that intel was solid, but he was Dark Opal, already in the prison, undercover, and out of contact.
Would you consider this mission high risk?
The job is the job. What else is there to say?
I'm just wondering at the amount of stress such a mission might put on someone. It must be difficult.
Try and keep up, asshole.
We're agents, Doctor. We handle our roles as we need to.
So you were taken into processing?
Open the block!
All inmates are stripped of their augmented abilities on arrival. I had some idea of what to expect inside that place, but let's just say I should have been better prepared.
Okay, data's in, ID's verified. Last name Walters, first name Derek, middle name... Jesus.
I think they pronounce it Jesus.
Stinger, you might want to come take a look at this.
What is it?
Take a look at this hardware.
Full arm leg prosthetic replacement, energy converter. I don't even know what that is. He's a real deal hot rod, isn't he? What do you think? They look mil-spec almost?
Oh, definitely. I mean, these were made with love. I mean, look, right there, you can see on the...
love? They ain't fucking cookies. What do we know about him?
First timer, looks like. Doing a 5-year bid for aggravated assault and negligent homicide. Oh, he's being transferred up north in a few days to our big brother.
Kinda relaxed for a first-timer. Too big for paradise, maybe, huh? Hot rod? Can't waste any time getting to know you then, can we?
You want him on the list?
No. But I want to keep an eye on him. See where he goes, who he talks to. Upload the virus.
It's not a virus. Technically, it's much more
It can be a monkey riding a poodle up his ass for all I give a shit, egghead. As long as it shuts him down. Clear?
Yes, sir. Uploading now.
biochip doodad in your noodle. Just think of it as a housewarming gift from the great state of Arizona. We don't need you using your superpowers in here. Welcome to your new reality, Hot Rod. Better get used to it.
No inmates pass this line.
Hold on.
Only thing for you past this point is trouble. Wish something would happen.
The pain you experienced, it was from the chip they implanted during processing, right?
Yeah, it kicked in if I even thought of using any of my hogs.
So you were inside, stripped of your augs, no badge, no backup, and the clock was ticking on the terrorist threat? What did you do next?
I knew from the brief that Guerrero was in B Block using the name Oscar Mejia. To get to him, I needed to keep a low profile, blend in, and follow prison protocols.
All right, Clanks. Level 3's rec time in the yard begins now. Play nice and steer clear of restricted areas.
Hey, better put a muzzle on your choke hands, bitch. Am I looking for anything in particular?
You got a problem? The shower room is off limits until further notice.
Blazer was the fact that I got out my... Trading is how you get things in here. Come on.
Are you shitting me? Johnson. Andy fucking Johnson.
Do I know you?
Do you know me? Do you believe this clown? Yeah, you know me, you piece of shit. Theodore Zenga, Detroit, 2022. You busted my ass at the Howie Bazaar Club for sleeping with underage hookers, remember?
You've got the wrong guy.
Don't lie to me, bot. You threw me down a flight of stairs. My head hit every fucking step. You don't forget something like that.
Ain't no problem, is there, D-Town? How about you give the new brother some breathing room?
Break it up, Clanks. Unless you want a one-way ticket to solitary. No charge.
We're all fine here, Stinger. We don't need another accident. I suggest you find a way to cool off, D-Town. Show's over.
The guy's a cop, I'm telling you. I see you again. I'll parade your bot ass all over the yard. You hear me?
Hell, New Shine. Look at you. Making a good first impression already. I like that.
I'm not sure everyone agrees with you.
What, D-Town? Nah, pay no mind. He's not allowed to hate on the guards, so he just hates on everyone else instead.
So I should watch my back. Thanks for the advice.
Ain't the inmates gonna kill you in the penthouse, brother. It's the guards. Stenger and his crew be stirring up trouble all day, every day.
Why would they do that? Pissing us off is just gonna make their job harder.
It's like a game to them. They bait us into breaking the rules and kill us when we cross the line. Been worse since they murdered Wilbur.
Let me get this straight. The guards are murdering inmates for fun.
Mm-hmm. Wilbur's just the latest brother to die for no good reason other than whatever Stenger was thinking. Just you wait, New Shine. Their time's coming. We Augs need to stand together, not apart, know what I'm saying?
This Wilbur, you say, was murdered. What happened to him?
Got himself cut in half by an automated sentry over in B Block. Official word was malfunction. Unofficial word is Stenger. Must have gotten tired of the swing Wilbur had.
Sounds like Wilbur was a big deal.
He was the king for a lot of folks in here. Full gangster, kosher nostra. Been hooking and crooking since most of these guys were still dancing in their daddy's balls. Him getting taken out like that has all the brothers fired up. They can't just kill us like we're cattle anymore.
All level 2 inmates, return to your cells immediately. Your outdoor time is over.
Say, you don't look so good. Feeling the choke from the suppression chip Stenger put inside you, huh? It's a rare kind of pain, ain't it?
I've dealt with pain before. I'm sure I'll find a way to deal with it again.
That's up to you. But I'd strongly advise you look for someone we call a fixer. He's an inmate like you and me, but he was a doctor on the outside. He can give you a little something for the pain.
Last warning, Clanks. All level 2 inmates back to your cells. Now!
Level 2, that's me, brother. The yard's yours. Enjoy your time in the sun. If you need me for something, swing by 212.
Cell A212, got it.
Did you think you could trust this Dr. Flossie mentioned? Did you feel nervous or suspect something was wrong?
There was a chance he was walking me into something, yeah. And I didn't know how long it would take to find Guerrero. But losing the choke wasn't such a bad idea either. I had to think it through.
He's always got a fence or a guard between him and the rest of us.
You the one they call the fixer?
Well, yes. Well, sometimes Wart. Cut-up version of Wertmüller. It's German, from my father. He said to always insist on the umlauts. Otherwise people butcher the pronunciation. So often butchered it, no matter what I did.
Sorry to hear that.
It's not your fault. You haven't gotten it wrong, not once. I like that about you, Mr.
Walthers. No umlauts. I'm here because Flossie sent me.
He wants it now? But I don't have it. Not here. Mr. Flossie made it very clear. I internalize the words when someone like him asks someone like me to do something. Well, as you can see, the gate, delivery must wait.
If this delivery is important to Flossie, I could help.
Did he tell you to tell me to tell you? Irregular. But possible, because your name is German, like my name, but yours. Simpler, stronger, an old warrior's name.
Yeah, well, this old warrior's seen better days. Now I'm just trying to facilitate things if I can.
Aren't we all, Mr. Walters? It's the temptation that concerns me. Once a man holds it in his hands, we're not made of plush. Can you promise to deliver it?
I'm not looking to make enemies. If I can help a guy like Flossie get his hands on something he needs, maybe he can help me.
Very well. It's, cell 309. Be careful. Don't tell Teddy I told you. They know me. Know that if someone wants something from me, all they have to do is ask.
Okay, cell A309. I'll see what I can do. There's something else. The pain I've been feeling since getting processed. Apparently you're some kind of doctor.
Suppose I am that. Yes. Dr. Wertmüller. There was a brass sign on the door. It was deeply engraved. But that's in the past. I'm here now, specializing in the side effects of suppression. The choke.
Stenger's procedure, the chip they install on us. How does it work exactly?
Pain equals energy exerted. Man uses an iron lung to breathe, zap! His heart beats mechanical. Zap! He lifts his alloy arms over his head because Mr. Stenger tells him to.
Zap, zap, zap. Yeah, I felt it. And you found a way to make these reactions go away?
A combination of liquids, yes, and crushed powders in tablet form, small enough to stuff down a child's throat, enough to pass around without Mr. Stenger knowing. All you had to do was ask.
You expect me to swallow some magic pill without knowing what it is? I'm not even sure you know what it is.
It's a drug made up of diamorphine and fentanyl and oxycodone and quinine and pethidine and hydromorphone and...
Just tell me what it does.
It does what most drugs do. Numbs the pain. Makes us feel stronger than we are.
Stronger? Could it help a man get access to his hogs again?
Exactly, yes. When a man takes it, he feels... regains access to parts of himself thought lost. Importantly, use of illicit energy is no longer punishable by Mr. Flossy specified that was the key, he said. And offer it to anyone who asks.
Okay, definitely not. Sounds like the worst kind of nightmare cocktail.
No, there are worse kinds. Only I had the ingredients. But then none of the men would say yes.
Anyone ever say no?
Before you, there was only Mr. Flossy who didn't say yes.
So Flossie gets you to hand these pills out, but he won't take one himself.
MA 524-1074, Ward Mulker. Report to the infirmary immediately. Ward Mulker to the infirmary.
That's not even remotely correct. If only one could say no, Mr. Walters, but we really mustn't... I have to go now. If ever you decide to be part of it, I'll be where they told me to be.
Shine. Didn't think I was gonna see you again so soon. This a social call or you're here for something in particular?
Just looking around.
So how you feeling? You take the fixer's medication?
No, decided against it.
I'm impressed. Most people would jump at the chance to feel normal.
Except you, right? The fixer says you refused this cocktail too. There a reason for that?
Yeah, my own. There a reason you're asking?
Like you said, most people would jump at the chance to feel normal. So what does that make you and me?
Ever wonder why you're really here, brother? The path you took to stand before me today, it defines who you are. You control how you walk it and the choices you make. But if you ain't true to yourself, if you don't respect who you are, then one day that path is gonna control you. The pain reminds me of who's in charge. I don't need no fixer's drug. Sounds like you don't either.
What I need is a way into B block. Saying no to the fixer may be good for my character, but it doesn't make moving around this place any easier. What's this?
Keys to the castle. Calibrated to the security refresh from yesterday. Should get you through most doors with a card reader. I'd still keep my head down, though. Unless you want to hang with Wilberg in the morning. Listen, we talk much longer, the screws are gonna get wise. So if there's gonna be anything else, let's make it quick.
I used to run with someone in here. Name's Oscar Mejia. You know him?
Yeah, I know him. He's what you'd call a social butterfly, real chatty. Truth is, I haven't seen him much since he moved to B Block. Last time we spoke, he seemed pretty shook up about Wilbur.
They were friends?
Like I said, social butterfly. He's the one who found Wilbur dead after that sentry messed him up.
When I spoke to the fixer, he seemed off. Like he missed a couple of software updates.
Don't make the same mistake as everyone else in here. Judging a man by what you see is only half the story. The fixer might seem strange, sure, but he's helping work towards real change.
By pushing dope?
There you go with that judgment again. That so-called dope is a big help to the Augs in here. It's a big help to the fixer, too. It's a shield. So many of the brothers need his product, everyone leaves him well enough alone.
What's the point of protecting the fixer if you're just gonna force him to do whatever you want instead?
I'm not forcing anybody, just offering strong advice.
And what happens if someone ignores that advice?
I don't know, Nushan. They never did.
When we talked in the yard, you said something to Stenger about an accident. What did you mean?
I told you. Thanks to Stenger and his guards, dying's real easy if you don't watch yourself. Killing Wilberg was a surprise, though. Normally the assholes just set you up for a terminal violation.
Terminal? As in executed?
Mm-hmm. You get busted for a TVI and straight to solitary for a 24-hour death sentence.
And what kind of infractions warrant summary executions?
Used to be just the hard stuff. Killing another brother, that sort of thing. Now though, seems like anything Stinger goddamn pleases will have you sent to cell number 6. Spend the night in that hole you ain't never seen again.
This is starting to sound like a ghost story just to spook the new guys. Why would Stinger do that? I don't see the point.
Maybe the point is he doesn't need a point. Maybe he's just a sadistic fucking coward who hides behind that seal on the prison door like it's a goddamn suit of armor. All I know is, this place needs burning to the ground. Stinger can't get away with this shit forever. Things are gonna change real soon. I guarantee it.
I should go. I'll see you around.
You forget something?
Actually, I picked something up you might be interested in. A customized biocell. Couldn't have been easy to come by.
Now how the fuck? And what do you know about it?
Judging by your reaction, I know it's worth something to you.
Pretty smooth, brother. You're fitting in real fine.
Yeah, well, there's fitting in and there's getting things done. Now, you already gave me that keycard I need to move around. But I may end up needing more help than that down the line.
Matter of fact, New Shine, I think we can help each other. A friend of mine is sitting on B-side. Name of Red Shoes. You make sure he gets that biocell, and I'll be most grateful.
Alright, so this Red Shoes. How will I recognize him? Judging by the lack of fashion in here.
Hey, my man.
Present company excluded, of course. But I can assume Red Shoes isn't actually wearing red shoes, so what am I looking for?
Let's just say Red Shoes is real good at getting himself in trouble. You'll find him in one of the cool-off cages. Just keep your ears open, New Shine. You'll know him when you hear him. Trust me.
Did you use the keycard Flossie gave you? What if it set off the alarms?
The keycard was the only clear advantage I had to reach Agent Guerrero in Cell Block B. It was... a risk worth considering.
The modified biocell you were carrying could have given you an advantage too. You still weren't prepared to use it?
Being able to use my odds would have helped a lot. But there was no telling what would happen if I didn't take the biocell to Red Shoes as Flossie wanted. I had a choice to make.
Yes, sir, Mr. Stenger. Whatever you say. Mr. Walters? You found me. Hiding in my hole. Of course, not much of a surprise. I'm where they told me to be.
I'm not sure what you're talking about. Starting to think I need to get used to that.
When last we spoke, the PA called me by name to the infirmary, they said.
A lot's happened since then.
The Rising, yes. Mr. Flossie didn't fabricate feelings out of nothing, though he does have a way of fashioning frustrations and coordinating courage. He can be very comprehensible.
Flossie, huh?
He orchestrates others. I know this because I tampered like he asked. A verifiable part of it. Unlike you, you didn't do what he said, even though you said you would. That's not something I can understand.
Flossie wanted me to deliver some kind of customized biocell to someone named Red Shoes earlier.
The one Teddy lost his head over, yes.
Yeah, tell Teddy I'm sorry about that.
It was his bright idea to make it more powerful, to help Mr. Red Shoes cloak through all their measures, to liberate more violence that was locked away. Flood both blocks with power, and the plan was to all be swimming in it now.
So much for the plan.
Well, yes. Mr. Red Shoes improvised. And Mr. Flossy? Too late to stop it now, he said. They got access to a few forms of violence, but not many. It's a shame. More inmates dead than could or should have been. Mr. Flossy blames you.
I can imagine Flossie being persuasive enough to incite something like this. The part I don't get is why.
Oh, a man's motives mean nothing to me. I don't think to ask.
Best planned uprising in the world, it's still suicide. It's not gonna help anyone get off this rock.
Certainly not, no. Most men have given up hope of leaving, and even with my special biocells, they can't sustain, meaning any inmates who use them are bound to burn out long before the law.
So it is suicide.
That's not the word Mr. Flossy used.
What about that suppression chip all the inmates have installed? Isn't that supposed to keep something like this from happening?
The chokes? Yes. When we exert energy, and it will mitigate. Will hurt like all hell any man who tries to use his Augs to the full extent that any tampering could allow. Unless, of course, he got my fix.
Your fix? The drug you've been handing out. It was designed with the riot in mind?
Yes, Mr. Flossie wanted them to be ready.
So, a prison full of drugged up and pissed off convicts with unmitigated access to their Augs. At no point did that seem like a bad idea to you?
At no point did Mr. Flossie ask me to formulate an opinion.
Okay, so formulate one now.
I think it's exciting.
So now what, you sit tight and hide while all hell breaks loose outside?
I fix for kicks. Make myself available. Whenever someone needs, I'm here to help.
What kind of help are you offering?
Well, let's see. A man like yourself, man of the world, I do have one last pill. Lint-laced, but still good. Good at making a man feel like himself. Interested?
This pill of yours, this fix, just how unsafe is it?
Define unsafe.
What are its side effects? What does it do to a person?
Well, I'm not that kind of a doctor. More interested in results than effects. I know it changes how you feel things. The suppression chip, it chokes our nervous system anytime our augmentations exert energy. My fix takes away the pain.
So anyone who tries to use their Augs without first taking your pill,
they will feel the full weight of our penal system pressing into their cerebral cortex.
I don't think so. I didn't like the idea of saying yes before. I don't like it anymore now.
You're saying no? Again? That's twice. I respect your restraint, but how else am I supposed to help you? There must be something you need.
Right now, I need to get to solitary. We'll have to finish this later.
No, wait. Solitary? I can help with that. I know a way.
You know a way? What do you mean?
There's a way. A quiet way from the morgue. I think it used to be a tunnel for men who fix, like me.
Like a maintenance tunnel, you mean?
Yes, I suppose it is, but that's not... Did I say something wrong? I think I did.
You didn't say anything wrong, Mueller. It's fine. All right, Teddy. Let's see what you got.
return to your cells immediately. Inmates who do not comply will be shot on sight.
So Agent Guerrero was still alive in solitary when you found him. What happened next?
It turned out the security systems controlling the door's locking mechanisms were offline. I needed to reset them in the server room below solitary. Once that was done, I could use the console in the security office to unlock his door.
Walthus? You high-toned son of a bitch, you caved for me! Come on, open the door and let's roll.
We're not going anywhere, Agent. Not until you fill me in.
Fill you in? Stenger's trying to kill me, Walthus. You want my help dealing with those terrorist attacks? We have to leave.
So now you're willing to help? You might have gotten yourself on death row, Mejia, but a few more minutes isn't going to change anything. Stenger filled me in. Said you've gone off the rails and he's the better man for the job. Your job, with Junkyard. Mind explaining that?
It's better you don't get involved.
If I don't get involved, you'll be dead tomorrow. And any chance of stopping those terror attacks will die with you. Now talk.
Okay, look. I don't know what Stenger told you, but I guarantee it's all lies. 2 years ago, Interpol got worried about a new player at the table. Junkyard. They needed eyes and ears on the inside, so they threw me into the deep end to go fishing.
And you hooked something big.
It took a while, but I eventually sniffed out that JY was into black market AUGs. A lot of AUGs. And I wanted to know where they were getting them. No points for guessing the answer.
This prison. It's the operation Stenger was talking about.
Ding ding, Walthus. He's been running the show for a while now. Using the system to cover up a harvesting scheme. Inmates are pushed over the line, given a death sentence, and end up the next day with their AUGs ripped out by Worthmuller in the morgue.
The Fixer is involved in this too?
You're surprised? He's Stenger's little butcher boy. Whatever the man wants, war cuts it out.
If you and Stenger are both supposed to be playing the same side, why would he want you out of the picture?
Stenger's got power in here, but he's not Junkyard yet. He's always resented the fact I was jumped in. With me gone, he thinks he can take my place on the ladder.
I don't know. He doesn't strike me as the kind of man who could run something like this.
Oh, you'd be surprised. A hammer ain't sharp, but it can still get the job done. I got JY to send me in. But make no mistake, with the power of the so-called justice system behind him, this is Stenger's ship. Who and what gets harvested? It's his call.
No one tried to stop him? Stenger can't murder inmates at will without someone taking notice.
He can when he hides behind the state of Arizona's terminal violation policy. It's okay to destroy a dangerous AUG, right? Especially one in prison. Lately, though, 3 strikes for pretty much anything will get you a trip to Hole 6.
So Flossie was right. Sounded like he was spinning me a story.
No joke, Walthus. Stenger moves the bodies from here to be carved up at the infirmary by the Fixer. They use maintenance tunnels under the prison to keep it all out of sight. I'd be dead and diced by sunrise if it wasn't for you.
If you hadn't declared yourself Dark Opal, we would have been able to contact you without all this trouble. Why didn't you just tell Interpol what was going on and let them deal with it?
I went Dark Opal so the suits couldn't fuck things up. Interpol isn't interested in the long game anymore. They want immediate results.
So it's okay for you if this harvesting ring continues?
That's not what I'm saying. Junkyard have some impressive shit going on. If we let them know we're onto them now, they'll just vanish somewhere else and I'll lose what I've been working for all this time.
So we just insert another agent. We did it once, we can do it again.
It's not that easy. Interpol pushed me under what? 2 years ago, and I'm only just starting to reap the rewards. Junkyard are huge on loyalty from both sides. Trust me, it takes time and pays well to look after that.
Stenger seems convinced you killed Wilberg. You're saying you weren't involved at all?
What? What are you talking about? I told you. Stenger has it in for me. I wasn't even near Wilberg's cell that day. I was on shift cleaning that fucking shower like always. Besides, the sentry took him out. Do I look like a fucking robot to you?
Alright, I've heard enough. Terror attack or not, you're not doing anyone any favors by dying in this cell. Time to leave.
I ain't gonna argue with that. Lead the way, Jose. You got an escape plan?
The transport I came in on yesterday should still be on the roof. Can you fly?
No need. The prison birds run on automated flight paths to stop hijackers. We can just hack the route. As long as the security systems are shut down, we'll be free to fly out of here and sip pina coladas all the way to Panama.
Okay, sounds like a plan. I'll take care of the flight path.
No, let me go to the tower. I know where to break into the system. Old school. I'll have just enough time while you handle the rest. There are 2 turrets on the roof and an aircraft tracking system that you'll need to disable. There's an override in the warden's office.
I was there earlier. Some guy had locked himself in and wouldn't open up.
Sounds like the warden's assistant. Just sweet talk him out or something. You're one of the good guys, remember?
Did you forget the part where we look like criminals in the middle of a riot? Thanks, but I guess I'll come up with something myself. What about Stenger?
As long as he doesn't get to JY before I do, there's no problem. Hey, I'm happy you're here, man. You have no idea. I'll see you at the landing pad. Good luck.
Yeah, I'm here. What? Just talk to whoever you need to make it happen and call me back. I'm done with waiting. What the fuck do you think you're doing in here?
Is there a problem?
You think you could get away with not giving Red Shoes the package like I asked you to? You think I wouldn't find out? You should have respected our deal. Get out of my face. We're done here.
I need access to the transport's tracking system. It's here in the warden's office.
Why would I help you after you double-crossed me?
The way you put it earlier, you were just offering advice. I could do as I pleased, so I did. Besides, you still came out on top.
Well, you ain't entirely wrong. Still, would have been easier if you did what I said.
I don't have time to argue over semantics. I need access to the transport's tracking system. Is that gonna be a problem?
Nah, you know what? There's been enough violence for one day. Do your thing, then get out of here. Make it fast, before I change my mind.
The COs are gonna pay.
Come on, I ain't got all day. Someone talk to me, damn it.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access denied.
I ain't hanging up.
Glad I haven't crossed the thing.
Hello?
These AUG fuckos are tearing my prison apart. You think I got time for this?
Yes, but Mr. Mejia said that I should.
Mejia said? God damn it, Ward. I told you to stay out of the hole.
Yes, you did. It's Mr. Mejia. He...
What are you telling me? Mejia's here? Get in there. Go!
When you saw Stenger and Worthmuller arguing on the security monitor, it sounded like Guerrero might be there. But didn't he say he was going to the tower to reroute the flight path? Why would he go to the infirmary?
I had the same question, Doctor. Guerrero was obviously hiding something, but I needed to take a trip to the infirmary if I wanted to know what it was.
I don't believe this.
Should find.
Come on, I ain't got all day. Do whatever you came here to do, and then get the fuck out of my face.
Tell me you heard that as well. Could be anything. Stay focused.
rising star, huh? You messed with the wrong family this time, Mahia. Benny Garbage told me about Gina.
So I fucking kill. Who cares?
More people than you.
That recording you found was pretty damning against Guerrero, wouldn't you say?
Didn't sound good. If I understood what I'd heard correctly, he had more than enough motive to kill Wilberg. Guerrero had some explaining to do. But if I didn't do what was needed to ensure the escape, neither of us were gonna make it back to Interpol.
What the fuck are you doing here, Johnson? Nah, it wasn't Johnson. What the hell was it? Johansson!
There's no need for any trouble, I just want to use the elevator.
You do, huh? Well, ain't that a fucking shame? See, this is my elevator now.
No, it isn't. Look, just let me use it and I'll be on my way.
This is where I shit, asshole! Now get out of here and find your own fucking elevator. I said get lost, Jefferson! Nah, that ain't right. Jetson! Nah, fuck it! Go bother someone else, or I'll kick your ass, you weasel!
So, with both the tracking system and the turrets shut down, you just needed to get to the landing pad, is that right?
You've got the report right in front of you, Doctor. Why don't you tell me?
I'd rather hear it from you.
Sorry, Wart. Should have done this a long time ago.
What the hell is going on, Mahia?
Walters? We got a problem. Worthmuller knows who we are.
Do I not know that? This isn't good. Can't I just keep doing things like I've been? Everything you wanted me to...
Shut up. He's trying to blackmail me. Found out what we're really doing here. He's a threat, man. We can't leave him here alive.
The veracity is questionable.
Don't fall for his act, Walters. He'll say anything to get what he wants. All the attempts to blackmail, manipulate, he's not what he seems. I need you to trust me on this.
Okay, here's the deal. I'm gonna let you do what you feel you need to. But after that, you're coming back with me and getting us that intel, whether you think it's bullshit or not.
You're going to let him kill me? For what he told me to do? I don't think that's fair.
No one told you to do anything. Look, Walters, the bosses, they're probably gonna ask a lot of questions about what happened. It'll be better if you look the other way.
You don't have to do this.
If you're so nervous about me seeing what you're about to do, maybe you shouldn't be doing it.
You have any idea what he's capable of? The things he's done? I'm trying to protect us here.
Intellectually? It's just maddening.
Keep your mouth shut. Don't you see? This is what he does. The pills, the riot, he manipulates people, man. Worms his way into everything and makes it sick. Stutters like an idiot to seem harmless. It's all bullshit.
I'm not sure I believe that. And even if I did, it doesn't mean you get to shoot him.
Fine. Then you fucking shoot him. He's as big a threat to you as he is to me. If we don't kill him, our cover's blown. Jesus, man. You're actually willing to jeopardize an agent for... what? This sociopath?
You've crossed the line, Mahia. I know you're the one that's been calling the shots here for Junkyard's harvesting operation. I read the orders you sent to Stenger.
Yeah, it's called infiltration. I was doing my job, man. Look, I'm not the enemy, Walters. He is. Everything that gets people killed in this place, he's at the heart of it. He's the one whispering revolution in Flossy's ear. He's the one carving up bodies. And as for Stenger, why don't you ask him?
Mr. Stenger is very dead. All of him. This place is violent, yes, and moldy, and they always get your name wrong. And I want to leave now. I want to go where you're going.
You'd love that, wouldn't you? Bust you out so you can stick your forked little tongue in everyone's ear. He's smarter than we are, man. Put him in a room with Interpol, and they'll eat up every one of his lies. We can't let that happen. Please, Walters, remember who we are. I need to know you've got my back.
This isn't about the Fixer anymore, Mahia. Forget the job or Interpol or terror threats. This is about you, an agent. It's about a man who needs to remember why he's really here. He shouldn't forget who he is, what he's constructed.
I was told to infiltrate Junkyard. I'm supposed to maintain my cover at all costs.
You were supposed to expose them, but I think you've forgotten that part. You've been left in the dark too long, but you can still come back. Help us do our jobs, Hector. Come back before it's too late.
Don't you dare use that name, Walters. Hector is fucking dead. It's 2 years too late for a pep talk. Interpol doesn't get to throw me in the deep end and then tell me I swam out too far.
You can't just pass the blame for this onto Interpol. As agents, we're given power and need rules to handle it responsibly. Somewhere along the way, I think you started answering to the wrong side. When will it be too late to admit that?
The day I shoot a fellow agent in the fucking head, maybe.
Bullshit, I don't buy it. There's still an agent in there. You would have pulled the trigger already. You're just fooling yourself.
Sounds like you got me all figured out, huh? Shitty agent, compulsive liar, makes very questionable choices. Well, in that case, what's one more, right?
What did you do? Adam?
Excuse me?
You were saying you found Agent Guerrero on the roof holding Werthmüller at gunpoint. What did you do?
I feel like I've answered this question already.
Time can change a lot of things, Adam. Especially memories. I know you don't like doing this, but it helps. Both of us. Please. How did you resolve the confrontation with Agent Guerrero?
What did you mean, time can change a lot of things? Are you saying I'm forgetting what happened?
No, not at all. It's just... I've looked at all the reports, and there are a few small inconsistencies, that's all. Look, it's not important. What is important is how you remember it. So, just tell me what you recall about those final moments, and we can wrap this up.
Agent Guerrero and I made a deal. In exchange for him putting his gun down, I agreed to cut him loose.
So, let me get this straight. You're telling me he left the prison with you alive? He's out there somewhere?
You seem surprised.
No, given what you were confronted with, no one would have blamed you if things had gone differently.
Yeah, well, they didn't. Agent Guerrero made it clear he didn't want to come back, so I decided he shouldn't be forced into something else he wasn't prepared for.
Okay. Well, you've been through so much these past months, and it's keeping things up to date. It's an ongoing process. Something we'll continue working through together.
That's it? No more questions?
I have more than I need for now. Thank you so much for coming in like this, Adam. I know it's not your favorite thing in the world, but it's been very useful, making sure we're all on the same page. What's wrong, Adam? Is there something else you want to say?
Yeah. I have a question for you, Doc. If you were in my position, if you had a feeling, a suspicion, that the agent in front of you was bad, and you could take them out, right there, right then, no questions asked, would you do it?
I suppose it depends on what you think you know, Adam. If I really felt, deep down, that the person in front of me was no longer on my side, then maybe I would. Understanding when to pull that trigger is the single most important instinct an agent can possess.
You know, Guerrero was right.
About what?
The terror attack. Never happened. Gotta wonder what else he was right about.